Hey guys, it's Annie back with another video, and in today's video, I want to share with you guys all of my best tips on how to create content on YouTube that is never going to stop getting views and never stop helping your channel to grow. One of the best parts of having YouTube as a business is that you take care of everything on the front of actually planning and creating the content, and then YouTube automates pretty much everything else after you initially upload in terms of finding your video its perfect audience, in terms of serving your video to people on YouTube, basically just everything post-upload so that you can move on to the next project. However, what you really want is not for YouTube to just pick up your video and push it out today. You want your videos to stay within YouTube's sphere for days, weeks, months, even years after you initially upload, so that not only are you gaining views and subscribers today when you initially upload your video, but you continue to gain views and subscribers long-term in the background, literally 24/7, even in your sleep, which is where creating evergreen content on YouTube and on social media as a whole comes into play, and that is what we are discussing in today's video. This is literally the main framework for where all of my growth on YouTube has come from and where it continues to come from, so I'm really excited to share all of this with you guys. So first off, breaking down what evergreen content on social media really means. Essentially, that is content and videos on YouTube that never stop getting views and never stop helping you grow your channel. If, for example, you were to post a picture on Instagram, content on Instagram typically has a shelf life of about 24 to 48 hours, meaning that after the first 48 to 72 hours after you first post that picture, that content basically becomes irrelevant on Instagram and can no longer help you to grow your account. Whereas here on YouTube, you're going to be seeing videos that were uploaded days ago, weeks ago, months ago, even years ago. Because unlike other social media algorithms, content on YouTube doesn't have a set shelf life. Absolutely any content that is uploaded on YouTube can, emphasis on the can, grow and grow forever and keep getting views and an audience. So long as that content is in fact evergreen, meaning that content is never going to become irrelevant, it's never going to become outdated, so that it very much can continue to grow on YouTube long term. So the very first factor that goes into creating evergreen content on YouTube really comes down to the topic's lifespan. Just as an example, last year I uploaded a video about my iOS 14 customization, which actually completely and totally blew up on YouTube, got over 300,000 views. However, this month in September, there are new Apple devices coming out. There's going to be iOS 15, meaning that once iOS 15 does come out, my video on iOS 14 and all other videos on iOS 14 are going to become a lot less relevant. Meaning that even though that video that I uploaded over a year ago has gotten over 300,000 views, that video is going to be getting a lot less traction and a lot less views because that topic is about to become outdated and irrelevant. Whereas other videos I uploaded on YouTube weeks, months, even years ago, for example, my video on how to get your first 100 subscribers, that video does continue to bring in views and subscribers and money because that's a topic that never goes out of style, never goes out of date, and is still relevant. Now, please do not take this the wrong way. Do not take this to mean that you should never upload videos or content that is seasonal or that is only going to be relevant for a short amount of time. It's actually quite the opposite, because when a given topic is seasonal or only relevant for a very short amount of time, in that given short window, that content is extremely searchable, it's extremely sought after, and your video has the best chance possible of blowing up. Which is why sometimes you'll see a YouTuber who only gets an average of about 100 views on their videos, and then they upload a September budget with me video or a September monthly reset, and that video out of nowhere gets thousands and thousands of views, because even though that one topic is only going to be relevant for a very short amount of time, that topic is still highly searchable and being sought after by a lot of people. Meaning that even though it's not going to be relevant for a super long time, it's not likely to be very evergreen and get lots of views for years and years to come, it is still going to be relevant while it's still being searched for and still gives you a really good chance of it blowing up on YouTube. So definitely, please do not take any of this to mean that you should never create seasonal content. Just keep in mind that if long-term growth and evergreen content is your goal, you do want to focus heavily on topics that are never really going to go out of style, that people are not likely to ever stop searching for or wanting to watch. Personally, I think that if you want to give your channel its best chance possible at growth, I think you need to have a healthy balance between short-term relevant and long-term relevant content. Then on to the second key factor factor in creating evergreen content. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you know that I'm a pretty big advocate for SEO and ranking in search, getting views from search rankings on YouTube, and overall I think that on this channel I tend to talk about that a lot more than other YouTube advice channels, mostly because I think that I just give search rankings and ranking in search a lot more credit than other channels do. And the main reason for that being that while so many other YouTube and social media advice channels have sort of moved on from search rankings and don't really talk about it all that much anymore, if I look at the analytics of my channel growth over any span of time, whether that's the last 7 days, the last 30 days, the last year, more than 40% of my total monthly growth, meaning the views I'm getting, subscribers I'm gaining, money I'm making, all of that is coming from search rankings. A very, very large majority of the views I get daily, the comments I get from people who have never seen my channel before, the money that I'm making literally in my sleep is coming from people going onto YouTube, searching for something, finding my video as a search result, and watching my video. Just as any one of us would go onto YouTube searching for a follow-along workout or some kind of a recipe or some kind of a tutorial or how-to, there are millions and millions of people every single day coming onto YouTube doing the exact same thing. A very large majority of that content that is still sitting in search rankings, whether those are my videos or other creators' videos, a lot of that content is still evergreen, meaning it's still relevant, it's still being searched for, it's still being sought after, it's still being searched for, and people are still consuming it. I do have an entire playlist of videos on my channel where I walk through all the different steps of how to set up your videos to rank in search, what SEO is, and how all that works. So if you guys want to check that out, I will have it linked down below in my description box. But definitely I am a very, very big advocate for the fact that I don't think that SEO and ranking in search should be treated as a second priority. I think personally SEO, optimizing videos, and ranking in search is a major key factor to long-term growth. If you really want to set up your videos to be discovered 24/7 even when you're not on YouTube to bring you in views and subscribers and money, I think that SEO and ranking in search is absolutely crucial. Another very influential step to creating evergreen content is a content refresh. So let's say that last fall you uploaded a video that's been still getting views all throughout the year since you first uploaded it. Now we're entering into a new fall phase, we're entering into fall 2022, and maybe that content that you uploaded last year in fall 2021 is about to get some kind of an update or a refresh or a new version, meaning that that video that you created back in fall 2021 is about to become a lot less relevant and a lot less searched for. Now more than ever is your opportunity to create a newer version of that video that is about to become a lot more relevant. Now is the perfect opportunity for you to create an updated version of that video that you made last year, now that a lot more people are going to be searching for it. So that as your video from last year is going to become a lot less relevant and searched for, your new one is going to become a lot more evergreen for the year to come. You tend to see this a lot in the videos of channels that talk a lot about social media and how to grow on social media, where for example we make a video about how the YouTube algorithm works in 2018, but then as the years go by in 2019 and 2020, 2021, as the YouTube platform and the YouTube algorithm begin to evolve and change, that is when we get presented with a new opportunity to make an updated video on the newer algorithm, which then makes the older video a lot less relevant. And this definitely applies to a lot of other types of content. For example, if you make your high school morning routine and suddenly you're now in college, then you can make an updated version of that video that you made in high school now for your college morning routine. You often see on YouTube a lot of girls make videos about their seasonal favorites, like my fall 2021 favorites, all the things I'm loving in the springtime, which means that if you make a video in fall 2021 about your fall favorites last year, then you have a great opportunity to make an updated one for fall 2022 with all of your new favorites, so that all the success you had on your video last year you can now have on your new video. So definitely you always want to be keeping a super close eye on your older content and asking yourself, how can I sort of refresh and remake this content in a more newer, relevant way? That I think is one method that is super underrated and not talked about enough. Another method that I think is quite underrated is using your newer videos to boost your old videos. Now this is a model I've seen used a lot by fitness channels like Chloe Ting or Grow with Joe, where they create kind of like a 30-day fitness challenge, where basically to follow along with that 30-day fitness challenge, you have to go back and watch this video and this video and this video, which is is basically a genius way of making new viewers that are new to their channel go and find their old content and watch their old videos, which is in turn going to give their old videos new visitors, new views, and more money. This also works with other types of content. For example, a lot of girls tend to make videos on YouTube about their monthly plan with me, their monthly budget with me. When you're making that type of content, you can sort of bunch all those videos into a series so that when people are discovering the newer videos in that series, they can still go back to the old ones at the very beginning of that series. Or also, if you make some kind of a video today and you give a little mention to a video that you made a month ago or a year ago, you are basically directly sending your newer viewers onto those older videos and giving that older video kind of a little boost. So whether that is giving a little mention to an older video or including older videos in a playlist with newer videos, you basically always want to be looking for ways to keep your older videos alive and bring them new traffic. That way, no matter how old any of your videos may be, you are still keeping it within YouTube's sphere, you're still getting it pushed out by the algorithm, keeping your videos relevant and growing, which is again in turn going to bring you a whole lot more traffic, a lot more views, potential subscribers, and money. So yeah, you guys, that is pretty much everything I had for this guide on how to create evergreen content on YouTube. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!